All right, one take, here we go. It has been some time since we've done a channel update and kind of a state of being here at VSO. And as you guys can see behind me, range construction is proceeding nicely. That'll all need regraded and stuff like that. We've had a lot of rain and it's created even some ruts here on the main range. That'll be a dedicated rifle range down there. Also, vehicle type stuff we'll be able to do there. A little bit more space, big rut right there from the massive rains. I got something else I'll show you guys here in a minute. But to do all that, I have this huge pile of gravel there that basically dwarfs my truck. That's several hundred tons of gravel that we had delivered out here, and that will go into the range here. That was not cheap. But I don't know if you guys have been following the demonetization of YouTube in general, let alone with the gun channel stuff. So I'm not sure if you guys even care about that sort of stuff, but you see it everywhere. For the most part, the gun content creators were hit pretty hard by the advertising pull from corporate giants like YouTube. And a lot of people have been doing Patreons and stuff like that and GoFundMe pages to be able to recoup some of that cash. In our instance, to be honest, we didn't even cover our ammo bill. We do a lot of shooting out here. YouTube money never even really covered the ammo expense to make the content that we make. So not really a big deal, but what we have had going on here for a while has been what's called our Get Our Old Gear program. So whenever we're done with something, we just, oh wow, check this out. That's a deer crossing. Deer have been crossing my range right there. That's pretty cool. I mean, that's a lot of deer. Anyway, Get Our Old Gear program is whenever we're done using something, we give it away to one of our patrons on Patreon. And all of our giveaways are being run through that because they just became really cumbersome to do. Big pools, lots of people, and this was our way of kind of attenuating the pool, so to speak. So it made it easier to manage. Basically, our hardcore users automatically entered if you meet the threshold over there on Patreon. Pretty easy stuff. Most of them we don't even announce. We'll just have a thing that we're done with and we'll just send it out. Some of them we do announce, like we're giving away a 50 at the end of the year. That's kind of a big deal. You're gonna wanna get in on that one. If you guys haven't been paying attention to that, I don't know where you have been. 50 Cal Friday. But this is the other thing I wanna show you. There was so much rain, that trench runs the length of the range. About fell off the berm there. And it was once full of gravel. And the rain was so heavy here that it pushed over this part of the berm and distributed all of the gravel down there. That's pretty impressive. There is not a speck of gravel in that trench. If I had not put it there myself, I would not have known that it was there. All right, and I would have told you that it was never in there. But at least we have a start on the gravel on the lower range, right? Now, Get Our Old Gear program. I recently just sent out a collection of swag packs. So I collect stuff whenever I go to industry events and stuff like that. You know, I might collect them over a couple events. I might, you know, depending on how much swag I get in from, you know, various other things that I do, I might send them out quicker. But we just sent out a huge bunch of swag packs. Sometimes there might be just a couple of them, you know, sometimes there's a lot of them, right? So I just sent out a whole bunch of them, and I'm sure that that there were some cool items in there. Everything from a couple cleaning kits to a couple knives, you know, a mag loader, you know, that sort of stuff. A few other cool surprises in there as well. That is also part of our Get Our Old Gear program. But so should have had my phone on airplane mode. It never fails that when you're filming with your phone, somebody's gonna call you or text you and interrupt you, and it's gonna screw up the sequence. It's not really a big deal as long as you don't have the drone in the air. Then you're in a world of hurt. This one's easy, we can just splice it together. But I think that there's room for something else besides just the giveaways on Patreon. And I didn't want to set a whole bunch of perks to start out with because I just wanted to make sure that whatever it was sustainable. Obviously, you people who have received things through the Get Your Old Gear program, you see that that's working and successful and sustainable. So I think we can move up to the next perk here. And I think what I'd like to do is have extra video available to a select audience on Patreon. So things like sneak peeks, stuff that I wouldn't generally publish on the main channel, like stuff that'll make people mad, or like really, really bad outtakes or stuff like that. You know, we do the sneak peek stuff on Instagram already, but it's mostly pictures, and videos don't really do well on Instagram, especially since they changed around their algorithm. Kind of sucks. So I think that what would be really good is if I took things like that and made it available for a few extra bucks a month, made it available over on Patreon to a select audience, in addition to the giveaway stuff that you'll already be entered into. And I think that that could be something cool and different that we can do here. I've been doing the VSO short stuff, but this is like stuff that like wouldn't even fit into that mold, and I have one already. And what sparked this idea is I've got a video that there's no way that I would ever release on any of our official media, right? Because it's just not a video that I made it because I was kind of irritated with the state of being of things here in the firearms industry, and it's called "What is Killing the Firearms Industry." That is the title of the video. It's that kind of stuff, and you know, sneak peeks from the range and from the shop and stuff like that that we can put up, you know, just with the use of a cell phone, or maybe even if we've got some really, really bad outtakes or something like that that we wouldn't generally put in a video or something like that, we can dump those on Patreon as well for you guys. And if you guys have any other ideas of stuff that you'd like to see over there on Patreon, then for sure. So that perk is going to drop at the same time this video is dropping. So be sure to go over there, links in the description, stuff like that. Oh, also one more thing, not to make this video super long-winded, we also started our own subreddit. So it's not named VSO, it's named Trigger Pullers, r/Trigger Pullers. And what that is one of the ways I do market research is things like surfing, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, you know, all that sort of stuff, plus all the articles and stuff that I read. So if in doing so, I consume a lot of firearms related media, and I thought, you know what, I'm watching all this stuff and I've already kind of filtered it as good stuff. Why don't I publish this somewhere? You know, a lot of it's from my friends that are also already vetted and do really good work. Why not have a space where I can put good people making good content out that's gun related? And I thought, you know what, we'll put it over there on Reddit, start something different. So links will be in the description for everything that we talked about, including, you know, the Patreon, the subreddit, and stuff like that, so that you guys can follow us on all that sort of stuff. Thanks for watching the VSO Gun Channel. I know that this is kind of a outside the box, you know, channel update type video, ones that I don't really like to do very often because I think they're kind of boring. Thanks for watching the VSO Gun Channel. Thanks for tuning in, and hopefully we'll see you guys in all the new endeavors that we've got going on here on VSO.